Welcome to BOLDEC e-learning. This video will cover manual input of data, fonts, column width, row height, borders, and alignments. So first of all, let's fill in some data to work with. Let's assume that we have a company that has 5 employees and we want to input joining date and salary, for example, into a table in Excel. So first things first, we'll have to define the column of the titles, or what we call headers. So column A will be the name of the employee, column B will be the joining date. Okay, to jump from column to column, I'm simply pressing on tab. And column C will be the salary. Press enter and Excel will take you back to the first column, but in the next row, so that you can start filling data directly. So first employee will be John, and he joined on the 2nd of February 2018, salary of 3,000. We will talk about number formatting later. Okay, Excel will take the date, whatever, for example, I was inputting with the slashes, but Excel will directly understand that this is a date because this is a known display of date. Okay, but it will convert it to dashes because this is the default short date number formatting in Excel. We will talk about number formatting in a separate video because this is a very important feature of Excel. Okay, let's just continue filling now. We have Jane 0303 2018. Let's say 2500. We have Janine 04. Let's say I accidentally wrote a number. As you can see, Excel did not take it as a date because it doesn't represent a date. It is not a known format of a date. Okay, let me go back, edit that. Let's say 02. 02 is known to be 2002. So if I press tab, Excel will understand that this is the 4th of April 2002. Let's say 5000. And we have James. 5th 07. If I press tab, automatically Excel will understand that is 2007. And finally we have Joe. 0909 September, so it's 9th of September. Let's say I write 18, not 2018, and also Excel will understand it as a year. So that guy 2000. Whoops. Okay, so now we need to add the company name on top of our table, and we need to add employee ID to the left of our first column, to the left of the name of our employee. So first of all, let's add the employee ID. Let's select column A, right click on it and press insert. This will insert a column to the left of your selection. Let's call it ID. Press enter. 1, enter. 2. I don't want to continue manually inputting all the IDs. Therefore, let me introduce you to Excel autofill. If I select 1 and 2, which will give a pattern to Excel, and come to the right corner and double click on it, I will have Excel autofill the data to the last column, to the last row that I have inserted data on. Okay, so it will come, it will fill data to the last row that we have insert data on. Let's go back and insert the company name. To do that, we will have to insert a row on top of the first row. Right click on the first row and press insert. Then we will select the first 4 cells and press on merge and center so that we have one large cell where we will insert our company's name. What do we call our company? Let's call it Jay's company. Okay, now we have all our data inserted. Now we'll have to work on the aesthetics of our table. First of all, let's work with column width. As you can see, ID has a very large column width relatively to the data inserted in it. So to decrease or increase the column width, we'll simply come to the end of our column and drag it right, or drag it left, drag it left or drag it right to increase and decrease the column width. But we have a tool called auto sizing in Excel that Excel will auto size rows and columns depending on the data that is inputted in it. So to do that, we'll come to the end of our column and double click on it, and Excel will auto size the column width directly. We will do that for all of the columns. We will select them all and double click on any of the column ends, and Excel will auto width all of them. We can do the same for rows, but here we have nothing that needs a larger row height. But for the sake of the example, we will increase the row height of the company name. And to show you how auto height will work, let's double click on the end of our row, and it will decrease the column height, the row height, to fit the data inside. But for the sake of this example, we'll keep it bigger to maintain the aesthetics of the table. Now we have Jay's company, the name is aligned to the bottom of our cell. We don't need that, we need it centered. We will come to alignment tab and under the home ribbon and middle align. Okay, we want to center all the names to our cells. We will select them and we will come to alignment tab under home ribbon and press on center. Top three buttons will align vertically, bottom three buttons will align horizontally. Okay, we're done with alignments. Let's go to borders. Let's select our table. Let's say that I need to add borders to all of my table. Okay, thin borders everywhere. Let's click on borders, on all borders, Once we click on it, we can see that now we have thin borders everywhere, separating all the data. Let me insert a row on top and a column to the left so that you can see better. Okay, we have borders all around. These gray lines are not borders that will be printed. These are there only to help you navigate through cells. Okay, these are temporary, they are not permanent, while these borders that you are inserting now are permanent and will appear on prints. Let's say now I need to put a thick layer on the outside. We will come to borders and we will select thick box border. As you can see, now we have a thick border on the outside. We can do also custom borders. We'll go drop down menu, more borders. First of all, let me clear the borders. We will select none from the presets. Now we need to make a thick outside border. We will select the thick line from the styles and we will press on outline in the presets. Okay, now we have a thick border outside. I need a dotted horizontal separator. I will select the dotted and I will come to the preview box here and press on the horizontal line. And then I need a straight thin line, vertical separator, and I will press on it here. Let's press OK and see what we have. There you go. This is as we have selected in the format cells dialog. We have our table, we have our dotted horizontal separators, we have our thin line vertical separators. Okay, for better aesthetics, you can select parts of the table and then you will assign borders to them. For example, I need this part of the table to be separated with a thick border box. Okay, now I have a thick line here. I need that one to also have a thick outside. Okay, you can work with borders however you want, experiment with all of these, because in videos we cannot explain every single bit of Excel. We will explain topics, we will explain tools, but while experimenting you will find the new stuff, you will learn new things. And if you have any questions, of course, put them in the comments and we will answer them as soon as possible. Let's format some fonts. For example, I need to increase the size of the company name. We will select this cell, this merged cell, and we will increase the font size using these two buttons, increase and decrease. Increase and decrease. You can use also the drop down list, or you can input fonts right from your keyboard. For example, let's say 15.5. I'm very picky. And let's say the font. Let's change the font. Let's put Arial Black. Let's change the font of our headers. I don't know. Let's find something cool. Comic Sans. Okay. What happened here is that when you change the font, the size or the display of your input has increased, but your columns did not adapt to this change. Therefore, we'll have to select them back again and double click on the end so that Excel will auto size them again. Okay, let's go back. What do we need to change? Also, let's make these center. Okay, let's make the date also as center. Keep the salary right. And that's it. This is our table done. Okay, now let's save our work. Control S. We will go to browse. Let's go to YouTube and let's save it here. I don't know, let's call it Excel beginner and save. Okay, there you go. Now we have a name, Excel beginner, for our workbook. This is the end of this video. If you have any question, please write them in the comments and we will answer as soon as possible. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button and don't forget to subscribe and press the bell button to stay informed about the latest videos we upload. Thank you and take care.